All right. I just did this video, but it didn't come out, so I'm going to have to do it again. What we're doing is we're using dimensional analysis, which is kind of a cool kind of sentence. Hey, son, what are you doing today? Well, we're using dimensional analysis to convert measurements. And that's really just saying, hey, you know what? Inches can mean something else. Inches can be turned into feet, and feet can be turned into miles, and we're just turning one unit of measurement, for instance, this 720 inches, into another unit of measurement, so inches, feet. And in between we have what's called a conversion factor, which will usually be given. And I'll show you how to work this, right? This says the length of a building is 720 inches, and it says use dimensional analysis to turn it into yards. So we can do that pretty easily, all right? Let's first turn it into feet. So we know this. Now look, if I made this a fraction, inches are on top. So I want inches on bottom. And I know that 1 foot is about 12 inches, all right? What's really nice about this, and I mean really nice about this, is my inches cancel out. When I multiply across, I get 720 over 12 feet, and that's the only thing left is feet, right? Which that's about, what is that, 6D. That's 60 feet. All right. Well, once we change 720 inches into 60 feet, we can go ahead and change 60 feet into yards. Again, look, my feet are on top. So I want to put my feet on bottom, and 1 yard is 3 feet. And look what happens. The feet cancel out, and the only unit of measurement is yards left. So that's 60 over 3. That's just multiplying across like you do with fractions, which gives me about 20 yards. Therefore, 720 feet is about 20 yards. Let's go ahead and do 1 or 2 of these down here. All right. Hopefully I've erased this well enough. Let's change 7,500 seconds into hours. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write. Let's write it over here. 7,500 seconds. So you know what's really easy to change that? It's easy to change into minutes. So notice seconds on top, so I'm going to put seconds on the bottom, and I know there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. The seconds cross off, and I get 7,500 minutes over 60, which I'm going to divide on my calculator. I have a really nice calculator that doesn't work. I brought it home and it's just not working, so I'm using a really bad one. It's hard to see, so it might take me a little while. Divided by 60, and it looks like that is 125 minutes. And then I go and I say, hey, you know what? Let's take 125 minutes and change it into hours. So what I do is I want the minutes to cross off. So I put my hours on top and my minutes on bottom. I know there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Look, my minutes cross off. And what I get is I get 125 divided by 60. And all that is now hours because my minutes crossed off. Which gives me about 2.08. It's an approximate, but about 2.08 hours right there. Let's do inches to yards really quick. I erase this. It's not the best erase, but I think I'll have to bring some better pencils home. So I have 4 inches. So I'm going to say 4 inches. I'm going to change that into yards. So let's go feet to inch first. So I'm going to say feet on top. And look where I'm putting my inches. I'm putting my inches on bottom. So these cross off. All right. And I know there's 12 inches in a foot. Inches cross off. 4 over 12 gives me 1/3 of a foot. Now I want to change that into yards. So I'm going to say 1 yard over 3 feet. And feet cross off. And I can just multiply 1 times 1 and 3 times 3, and I get 1/9 of a yard. Right? So 4 inches is 1/9 of a yard, which makes sense, right? Because if I did this 4 times, that'd be 36 inches, 3 feet, 1 yard. There it is. I want you to try this guy by yourself, and we'll talk tomorrow.